I assume we're talking. The video's this one. This is the one that everyone's pointing to. Presenting my $1 billion plan. You sound North South Wales to me. I did spend a lot of time in Queensland, so I guess that makes sense. I didn't even know why I'm 8 minutes into this video. I never watched it. Sure, okay. Maybe I like clicked around it at some point. Okay, fine. Let's watch the Pewdiepie video.
How's it going, bros?
Hi.
My name is Pewdiepie.
Check it out. New camera.
What the fuck is this thing? Wait, is this the camera from the Linux video that you were saying he made?
What do you guys think? Pristine. This is actually, if you can believe it.
This was filmed with my camera. I made this camera.
Wow.
Honestly.
How's the audio, by the way?
Which one is better?
Definitely not that one.
Now my camera quality actually looks good if I compare it to this. Anyway, I want to tell you guys how this all came to be.
You may be wondering why I'm in my car. You see, it all started with me selling my old car, my Tesla, and I had dog mode on it, which I find really helpful.
What the dog doing?
Dog mode is not as fun as it sounds. It's literally just a temperature control sensor.
Sure.
My new car, I don't mean to flex, but it's a minivan.
Oh, look at that! That's a nice car you got there.
Okay. And no, it does not have dog mode. I actually found it really helpful, like if I need to just pop in a shop really quick, or if me and Mars are traveling with the dogs, we maybe want to stop for a bite. So I thought, screw it, I'll do something better. I'll add a camera in here, because the Tesla didn't have that. I can check the temperature and the humidity, and that way at least I know my dogs aren't getting scorched to death while I'm away for a minute. So I picked up a camera online with the humidity and temperature sensor, and I was setting it up here.
He's gone full in on dad mode. I see that.
I realized
tech dad mode, but like useful tech dad mode, not like Linus Tech Tips tech dad, where he's just like doing stupid shit. Where it's like, oh, what if I water cool my server with my pool? Why is this an emote? Why is what an emote? Log in? Because log in. It's the PoE login emote. Yeah.
all of a sudden, sweat was just pouring from my face. My forehead was pulsing. I was getting angry. Why does the camera charge me monthly to use its features? My neighbor walked past. Why does a humidity sensor want my private information? That's when I had the brilliant idea. Right then and then, I was gonna build my own camera.
This Dumbo thought that was a good idea.
Good idea. Very good idea.
I decided to use a Raspberry Pi. You probably heard of these already. It's a single board computer.
What is that? Is that a Raspberry Pi Zero or something? It's a very little one.
It runs Linux. Yes. And that's when I discovered glorious SSH. SSH, which stands for Secure Shell Protocol.
He's gone so far in. Okay, yeah, tech dad, but useful tech dad.
It's basically a way to connect to your computer remotely. The fact that you can communicate with a computer just with your keyboard, I feel like I'm a wizard. I'm typing spells with commands. I love it. I type Pi-O-Base. There are other things you can use but a Pi, but since it's such a tiny computer, it's got GPIO pins, which means you can add a bunch of different hardware to it. And it's got a slot for a camera to go to. Perfect. To set this up, it's super simple. You just have an SD card, you put it in your computer, you use Raspberry Pi software to flash it, and you're done. Now, for some reason, and this is not Linux fault, it's not the fault that I'm on Linux, the program didn't work. I think I needed root access and it just wouldn't give it to me. It's not Linux fault. Actually, it's actually good that I'm on Linux because I can solve this problem easily.
Okay.
I just have to do it manually. LSBLK mount that drag and then just flash it on my own. What can go wrong?
He's gone so... What is this fucking timeline, man? I don't... How has this happened? Oh To be fair, I learned something from his Linux video. I learned about system deanalyze.
Flashing a drive on Linux is a bit like a nuclear launch without the glass cover. One wrong move, and you can kiss your disk bye-bye.
Just
Don't
right
ask me
this
how
then.
I know. So yeah, finally, I'm in, I'm connected, I'm ready to set this thing up. You may notice it's called Car 17.
Oh.
Don't ask me why it's called Car 17.
Wait, has the font for the YouTube chat always been that small? Like, been that small this entire episode? This entire stream? Huh. Okay. I had messed around, so I had to, like, remake the thing. So I might have to go and, like, increase the font size or something. Okay, I'll get around to doing that.
At this point, I didn't want to complicate things, all right? So I thought, okay, a Raspberry Pi and an official Raspberry Pi camera. I plug them in. It should just work. And it does. There's a program called Lib Camera. It works great for photos. It works great for recording video. Video streaming, however, works great for photos. It works.
This right here is peak Tyler desktop. Holy shit. We have a file manager that's fucking this big. What is this? Libre Writer, probably. Terminal over here that's probably just fucking this big as well.
It's great for recording video. And video streaming, however, should work. It should work. It should work.
Should,
now,
yeah.
I don't know how to code. I'm a noob. And I realize I'm way in over my head here, okay? So I used a program called Raspicam. And Raspicam was beautiful, man. It worked perfectly. We had such a good thing going. Me and Raspicam... Can you imagine one day waking up and your best friend is just gone? One reboot and Raspicam was just poof. I didn't even get to say goodbye. I don't know what happened. I don't want to use LibCam. Goddamn LibCam! I looked everywhere online and everyone's like, oh yeah, use Raspicam. It works great. Look. And I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't. I look at all these tutorials and man, I feel like I'm being gaslit until finally reading the forums, I find out that Raspicam has been deprecated since 2021. RIP. A lot of trial and error, and I finally got it working. This felt like a huge win. Sheer stubbornness made this happen. But I finally had my streaming live feed. That's what I need.
He upgraded from Bandicam to Raspicam. He's only just a little bit more out of date. Oh, a little bit less out of date, sorry.
Huge win. I then added the DHT sensor, which is measures temperature and humidity. I added a battery. I 3D printed a case. Bada bing, bada boom, and poof. My dog spy cam was complete. Look at this thing. It's adorable. I love it. I showed it in my last video, and like no one cared. I was like, look, I made this camera. Hint, hint.
Hey, I cared.
You want me to talk more
I'm
about
one person.
Anyway, I think it's cool. Me and Marcia went on a road trip. I got to test out the camera. When me and Marcia stopped to have a bite, we could check that the dogs were sound and safe and comfortable, and no stress involved. I love it. I want to do so much more with this because I know it's possible, right? I thought it'd be so good if I can have like notifications. So if it hits certain temperatures and humidity.
Yeah, I think he's accepted he's okay with OBS now. Next video should upgrade from punch cards to tape.
Maybe high or too low. It would notify me on my phone somehow. I don't know. Okay, fine. I don't know how to do this and the quality sucks and I get it. Like it's not as good as an actual camera, but it's my camera, okay?
Sure.
And I can do whatever I want. It is such a difference from buying this camera that you have to pay to use. It's crazy. It's not the best camera, but it's my camera.
Aww.
Sorry to interrupt the video. I'm hiding
Apologies for the mono audio. Fucking professional YouTuber.
in the wilderness to tell you about today's sponsor, Incogni. thousands of companies are collecting your private data.
Is this the
They
Luke
got
Smith
stuff like your full
segment?
name, address, phone number. They even got stuff on your relatives. Leave the relatives out of it. They do all this without you agreeing to it. At least I didn't agree to it.
I didn't
Why
agree
they
to
do?
it.
Because they make money of your data. That's my data. That's my money. If you're getting spam calls, that's a dead giveaway.
You don't
that
want to
your
be called
data
by
has been compromised,
Jacksepticeye.
for example. Now, the good news is you can opt out of this. You have the legal right to. The bad news, it will take you likely years.
I don't
and
know
a
if
lot of
any of these
time that you
services
maybe wanna
actually
spend
do
it doing other
anything.
things.
Like, all the
That's
YouTubers
where
talking about them, I don't know if they're
Incognito
fucking
comes in.
real.
They go John Wick on these experts. They do it all for you, and you can just watch it all happen while you sit back and relax. If you go to incognito.com/PewDiePie, you get 60% off. That's a great deal. That's practically a steal. And they have a cool new feature where if you have Family Unlimited plan, you can point to anywhere online where your private data is and that you want removed, and they'll do that for you.
Wow.
Seriously amazing. As someone who's tried to do that before and just be like, it's too difficult. It's too time consuming and it costs too much money. This is a great deal. So check out incognito.com/PewDiePie. Get 60% off.
From what I've seen, they just
Thank you for
do
sponsoring
the
this
same
video.
as if you ask them and that's it. They just go around like sending emails to people just to save you time, I guess.
Now I gotta find my way out of here.
Now, project number 2.
Uh-huh.
That's right. While I was tinkering and sminkering, I got a little bored
Sminkering, that's
at
not a
a
word.
certain point with this. So I had started on another project because
Ah.
I went through such hell to get the first one going. I was like, well, the second one is going to be easier. I already know all this stuff now.
Surely.
It's going to be a breeze. I wanted to build a nightstand clock. I have an Alexa right now. It's fine, but it really annoys me because it always asks me to update it. It logs me out every time it reboots. Why do I have to log in to begin with? And I don't know how I
What a
feel about
stupid
having
clock.
Jeff Bezos staring at me while I'm sleeping, okay? So with Project 2,
He's
I
into
wanted
it.
to replace that Alexa and build my own sort of nightstand.
Is the next video going to be I have built a full what's the fucking project called? The home automation project that is like the big one. It's not just called home automation, is it? No, that doesn't sound right. Somebody's gonna know what it is. I'm completely blanking on it. Also, I'm in the wrong category still. Just fix that. Let me see. I'll look it up. Open source home automation. Home Assistant! Home Assistant is what it is.
And this time it was gonna be easy, okay? I already went through all the issues with the camera. Nothing can go wrong. And to be fair, it went easy in the beginning. I actually got the speaker for this working on the first try. I couldn't believe it.
Holy.
Front, left, front.
It worked on the
Wow!
That has never happened. What?
It worked so great until
No
it
one gives a
didn't,
shit about the
of course.
FSF anymore. Ugh. Perfect. Flawless.
Why does everyone I love leave me?
Absolute
A little side
fire.
note here. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but anytime tech reviewers on YouTube, when they review a tiny speaker, they all do this, and I don't understand why. They go,
Do they try to blow it up?
oh, it doesn't sound bad at all for its size. If it's tiny, it's bad by default, okay? Listen, my brethren, my brother,
Oh.
tiny isn't good. We have
This fucking dude. Tiny isn't good. Get fucking wrecked.
to accept this. Physics is physics, brother. Come here, it's okay.
Medium is
My
premium.
speaker, however, super bad. I really wish I got a better speaker. It's literally made out of paper.
I produce a sound. That's good enough.
But I know a secret trick
Oh.
that all these tech reviewers don't know about.
Oh.
If you cut the ground wire while it's playing, it sounds amazing. Felix Lawyer here. Do not cut the ground wire. Man, my speaker did all kinds of weird stuff. It made it funny at least. I wanted to set up Spotify on this so I could stream music on it, even though the speaker is terrible. And it was super easy. You just install the package, bada bing, bada boom. With this project, most of the time I had to spend on was actually 3D printing because I wanted to try and make this look nice at least. I was inspired by old handheld radios. I wanted to have like this handheld feel to it, even though it's not a handheld device. But most of the time I spent 3D printing, and here's me breaking my filament sensor while trying to clear some clogged filament.
This is the part of 3D printers they don't show you.
That's not good. Come on. Come on.
I didn't know it at the time. Anytime I tried to print, the filament kept going, no, you can't print. There's something stuck in there. And I go, oh, is it? Because I just cleaned it. I know for a fact there's nothing stuck in there. I kept getting gaslit by my 3D print there. I know there's nothing in there. I actually try to look up if I can SSH into my print. And you can, if you hack it. I was this close to doing it because I was like, well, I just needed to shut up and print. Like, it's not an issue. And if I can just like find the function to remove the filament sensor, but then I was like, you know what?
I'm sure that's totally safe doing that. I'm sure removing the safety sensor is going to go totally well.
Maybe I'll just buy a filament sensor and replace it. Maybe I don't have to fight every battle. I found this screen, it's really cheap and I don't know, but I like it and it looks really nice.
Yeah, I'll
I just
watch
wanted to
Mr.
test
Room
out the
eventually,
screen,
one
and
day.
I found this script that has blinking eyes, and Mike said it was really cute, so obviously I had to keep it. It made it kind of like a BMO vibe, I feel like, so I kind of went with that. So things were looking pretty good, but then cable madness. I had so many different hardware ran into this thing at this point. And cables kept falling off everywhere. I kept resoldering them so they would stick, but it just kept happening. And I kept going, this is not human. This whole video is just me complaining about troubleshooting. Someone needs to know my pain. I kept going, this is not human. It's not human.
I need to save space. I have to solder them all. This is not human.
But then, that's when I found glorious SHA. I'm just kidding. I found glorious hot glue. That's right.
That's the way you do it.
Stability. And I'm talking about my mental health. It worked like a charm. There's small stuff like that yeah, makes a big difference. But at this point, I was so done. And I showed it to Marcia, and she rightfully reminded me, where's the microphone? You wanted to use, okay, turn lights on thing, right? The voice command. And I'm like...
Oh no!
Please. There's so many cables. I don't want more. And here's the thing, right? With GPIOs, it's not like it's plug and play. You still have to activate it and find the right package for it. And microphone especially, I2C is really difficult. At least I found that it was. And I realized they have USB ports.
Ooh.
It's okay to use the USB ports. I don't
Plug a
have
Blue
to fight
Yeti
every
into it.
battle, man. That meant it was pretty much plug and play with the microphone. And I'm actually really glad Marcia pushed me to do this because I found this open source software called FOSS. Super cool. It runs voice transcription locally, so it's completely offline.
Chiquita banana. Oh, chiquita banana.
Oh. Hey, Björn, can you come here? Try. Can you say airplane? Really? That was so good. Another reason I didn't want to use the microphone because I thought I would have to use some sort of Amazon or Google API. I don't know. The whole point was kind of to avoid that. So yeah, the way I ran it, you know, it's not perfect. You know, this is as good as I got, but it works. I found, again, open source for my plug so it can turn the lights on, and it works.
Lights on. Oh, first try. Lights off.
The project is done by Alexa. Alexa, kill yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I was worried the light was going to be a little too strong, but it's actually quite a comfortable color. I'm very happy with it. I think it looks neat. Again, a great learning
This is
experience.
so fucking cool. I love this arc. This is such a good PewDiePie
I've been
arc.
going on for 2 months with these projects on and off, and I had one more idea that I really wanted to do, and I felt like I was kind of cheating myself if I didn't do it. It's a little hard to explain, but hear me out, okay? This idea started because the weather in Tokyo, at least, is a bit unpredictable.
Right,
and Marcel
right.
was asking me before going out, in order to know what to wear, she's like, do you know how hot it is? And I'm like, oh, it says 20 degrees, but it says it feels like 28, and it says later it might rain, so maybe bring a jacket or an umbrella, or maybe not. I don't know.
Meowdy had to arrive late because needed to sleep. Sleep is important, but PewDiePie is also here. So that's more
helpful.
important.
So I thought, what if instead of deciphering all these data, what if you just looked at a screen and then there's an avatar that is dressed for the weather, and you just match what the avatar is wearing?
That's so fucking over-engineered. Just say the fucking temperature.
You don't even have to think about it. Genius. I was curious if anyone's ever done this, and yes, there are like apps that do it. But then I ruined the idea completely because I got another idea.
Oh no, what's
Okay,
this?
This happened because I was gonna use an e-ink display. E-ink displays are amazing. They run on super low power. They have this sort of pixelated retro feel to them, which I really like. But I ordered this one and it was way smaller than I thought. I was like,
Feature creep.
that's not gonna work. But I can use it to just test out how I want to execute this idea. Then Marcia glanced at it and she was like, oh, it's so cute and tiny. And I was like, my brother, maybe tiny isn't so bad after all.
I love their relationship. Like, she's just like, yeah, you know what? I like this thing. Okay, I like this thing now as well. Let's do that thing. I had other stupid ideas. Fuck it. Those ideas are dumb. You like this one? Let's go with that one.
Maybe this is perfect, adequate size. Huh? Maybe.
OG YouTube couple. Also, the only fucking YouTube couple. Okay, can you think of another YouTube couple that actually has stayed together? Because I can't.
Maybe. Seeing the little avatar guy on this tiny screen made me...
Besides, like, okay, no. One other so far, Ludwig and Cutie. Mark and Amy, I don't know who Amy is. I assume Mark, you mean Markiplier? Amy doesn't do YouTube.
Think of Tamagotchi. You know those 90s virtual pets that everyone had? I love the look of Tamagotchis. I love the nostalgic feel
Is he gonna
of
learn how to do
Tamagotchis.
pixel art now?
But I gotta be honest, and maybe I'm the only one, I hated the Tamagotchis. They were so annoying to me to always take care of them. I know that was the whole point, but it felt like a chore. So
Yes, Joey and Aki, yes. Good point.
that's when I came...
Oh, I guess also Gant and Sydney then.
in with the $1 billion idea. What if instead of you taking care of Tamagotchi, Tamagotchi take care of you?
Ooh, good idea.
Or that way. My brain exploded with ideas. I was like, it can give you quests. You can level up. It can be like a habit building device. It can still show you what to wear for the weather. It still does that, but also so much more. I told this idea to Marcia and she came up that I should do like a water tracking to make sure you're drinking enough water during the day. I pretty much swim in G Fuel, so that's not necessary for me. But she said it was actually useful. And she said that water tracking apps that are free on your phone are absolutely terrible. So I checked it out and can confirm they are terrible. So I thought I could build something like that. And then I remember I used to have this function on my smartwatch where it was for meditation. They would tell you when to breathe in, hold your breath, and breathe out. And I
Holy feature creep. Okay, sure, let's keep going.
just felt like it was really helpful. That's like a good habit that I would love to get back into. There's so many more things that you could do. Like what if it like gave you quests to of all the stuff that you forget about? Like, I don't know, call your mom. Go to a park.
Yeah.
Compliment a stranger.
Don't
but
do that.
I wanted to
Weird.
keep
Don't
it
talk to
simple because
people.
I've been doing this for way too long now. So I set a deadline for myself and I really crunched to get this last project done. I had to ditch the e-ink screen because their refresh rate is terrible. It's not really built for that sort of thing, and it didn't have partial refresh as well that some displays have. Marcia drew the Tamagotchi art and it looks so cute. She did such a good job. I really felt like this made it come to life. I added buttons for it this time instead, and squeezing all of this into a tiny device was really hard. I tried my best. And I think it's best I'll just walk you guys through it.
All right, here it is in all its glory. I couldn't fit the battery. It's like with a magnet. This is the on button.
safe.
It takes quite a while to boot, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, there we go. Man, Marta did so good with the art. Get a tan, because it's hot and sunny.
Oh my
so
god.
It's 29 degrees now, and then in 5 hours it's gonna be 22 degrees and cloudy. This is actually really helpful. He's telling you to wear t-shirt and shorts. Basically, like if it was really, really hot, he would technically be naked. If it's really cold, he wears like a hoodie. I'll show Marcia showing the art because obviously now it's not cold. But yeah, I think it looks great. The buttons are the biggest weakness. Like they look terrible, I'm not gonna lie, but they work and I'm out of time. So you can navigate through. You click to change. This is the water tracker menu.
What
so
the
you
fuck
enter
is
with middle button,
this?
and then you can up how much you want to drink. 250 milliliters is a glass, so you press it to register, and it will add a glass. I've maxed it at 8. All right, so moving on, we have the meditation screen. So you can select how long you want to meditate. Let's say 10 minutes seems reasonable. You start it, and then it should start with like breathe. Yeah. Oh, wow, that was too fast. Hold it. All right. Love it. Live, laugh, love it.
This is so
proud of it.
fucking
Even though, you know,
stupid.
this is
I
far
love
from
it.
finished or even being anything practical to actually use, I wanted to just challenge myself to try my best.
Can it run Doom? It's a display and a Raspberry Pi, so abso-fucking-lutely.
For me, this is just so exciting. I realize I love learning stuff. I've been so caught into daily YouTube videos for so long. I felt like I never learned anything or built anything for myself.
Fuck, I feel like I'm being called out.
I always wanted to invent stuff, but I never had the time and the skill or honestly just the patience. This is kind of stuff I would love to build with Björn when he's older, if he has some kind of crazy idea or interest in it at all, I don't know. I'd love to share more stuff with you guys. If you want to subscribe, thank you so much for letting me yap. That's it. And Brofist.
Yeah!
This video is sponsored by Saley.
Does he have 2 fucking sponsors? What is this?
I am a huge fan of Saley because it genuinely makes
Man,
traveling for us so
fucking-
much easier. This time when we were on our way to Savannah,
How do you-
Marcy asked me about
Man,
it
he's
and we literally
fucking
set it
bald.
up on the flight because it had internet. For those of you who don't know, Saley is an
2
eSIM app,
sponsors,
which means
2.6 million views. Fucking hell!
electronic SIM. So if you're traveling almost anywhere in the world, over 60 countries, you get access to internet through this app. Mine said just open the app, pick the country, picked how much data she needed, and of course, use code Pewdiepie, which gave her a 15% discount.
Sure, he gets thousands of
And bada
sponsor
bing, bada
emails,
boom,
but
instant
2 in
internet
1
as soon
video
as
is
you land,
wild.
which is what I want. The first thing I want when I land is internet. I genuinely hate standing in line when I land renting a Wi-Fi box. How is that a good solution? You just have to carry another thing when you're traveling that also have to worry about being charged. Or if you opt to just buy a physical SIM while you're there, you still have to go and actually find where to buy it, set it all up while you're there, and you have to worry about losing your original SIM, at least I do. It's kind of important. I don't like removing it. Saley just solves all the problems. It's an amazing service, and I highly recommend it. You can use the QR code to download it, or use the code Pewdiepie at checkout for 15%.
That was a really good
discount.
video.
If you're planning a
I
trip
did enjoy
anywhere,
that.
you can download it right away, set it up all now, and don't even have to think about it. You need
Oh, he did? I didn't know he did engineering in college. The official Raspberry Pi account? No way. Oh, wow. This is... Man, this is inspirational. I kind of want to do something fun, you know? Hunting Linux users in the wild. What is this? Oh god, how old's this? A day ago. Okay, okay, we will watch that. That does sound kind of funny. Time to mod the Chromebook. Man, there's so much stuff I would love to do, even just like software-wise, right? Like, I would like to sit down and make myself a really nice bar for my desktop.